Hello everyone, welcome to a new video on my YouTube channel, mathijsmerksracing, and in this video I'm still on karting gang, where I competed within the Dutch Racing Series Round 2 Pro Heavy Championship. If you haven't seen part 1, check that out first because it will explain a lot about what's going on within this video. I will set a link top right hand corner so you can check that out first. So, Qualification 2. It's different than Qualification 1 within the Dutch Racing Series. Qualification 1 you have a 5-minute qualification where you can push as hard as possible to set that one perfect lap. Qualification 2, 3 and 4 are different. You only have one lap and no out lap to warm the tires or get comfortable within the kart whatsoever. So, one lap only. That meant you had to set the perfect lap to get yourself as high on the grid as possible. So at the end it's P31 for me out of the 50 drivers, and yeah, let's see what I can do in race 2. So onto turn 1, I choose the inside because it's always preferable for if you get punctured in the back. So I'm staying in position right here. Get punctured a little wide, but nothing too crazy. Here I'm trying to go within the middle group, because when I'm in the middle group and I get sanded on the inside, I don't go off track. So here I go under, try to make up some places, and it works. That's 3 places gained. Now let's on going to the next turn. So again the inside, and someone is going into the tire barrier there. Nothing too crazy, he wasn't injured or anything, but it was a big one. Here I go under again, someone going off track. Try to have a good exit here, someone on the grass there, so that's instantly 2 places gained. Here I stay on the bumper on the driver in front, the Barrel driver in front, waiting to go to the inside. Maybe I can gain also, but I get punctured in the back again. Yeah, it's a classic, the push in the back out of the way. I don't think it's that respectfully to drive like that. So this lost me 2 places. I switch back going to the inside and I move up 1 place, so I gain back 1 place. In front there's hard fighting, so I try to profit from it, going to the outside here because it will be the inside for the next turn on the hairpin here, but I make a big mistake and I overshoot the corner and I get switched back by 2 drivers. And what is happening there? Someone gets pushed on the grass like crazy. I spoke to the driver that pushed the other guy wide. He said something happened before, but I think it's not the way to drive even when it's competitive. Let it be to the marshals to decide whether some penalties are handed out. I get overtaken by 2 people. Yeah, not my best lap within this race. Here I try to tuck under and it works, so I gain back 1 place and I can set up a move within turn 1 on the driver in front, and I'm doing that. He leaves me space and I'm really sending him down the inside and it works, so I gain back those places, but as you see I lost a lot of ground in front and I have to make this up as quick as possible. So I got back overtaken again, and it's because the tires got so warm that it understeered a lot. So I thought, okay, no point in fighting, just work together to make up the ground to the drivers in front. Maybe they have a kart that handles worse than mine, and I can make those places up there because this driver in front was pretty fast indeed. So yeah, I try to work together, but as you see, I steer in on the same moment, but I lose so much ground. He takes the corner perfectly, but that was not possible with the kart I had in hands. So move on, fast forward to some moments further down the race. Here I messed up the corner, the hairpin again, and I'm sending it down the inside, leave a little room, and lost the place because of that. Not my finest decision that day. Try to follow him here. Exactly the same line, exactly the same speed. So this setup, again I move for turn 1 and I bump him forward and wait for the last moment because the corner opens up like here, and I'm going down the inside, and that's the place back for me. And let's fast forward because nothing really happened this lap. He tried to overtake me, but I defended. So here I lose the place to the driver behind, and I wanted to use the same trick because it doesn't lose me any time, but I send it completely wrong, too hard over the curb, get a lot of oversteer because I bottom out on that curb and it unsettled the car. So I fast forward to lap 9 as the driver behind sent it down the inside, didn't even see him. It was the driver that was in the tire barrier on lap 1, so he made up a lot of ground. I get a good exit here, but my kart and acceleration was not good enough. The top end speed was good, but the acceleration was pretty bad. You see I lose a little bit every corner, every exit of the corner. Here I think it's the same line as the driver in front takes, and as you see I'm in slipstream and I'm not even gaining a lot on him. So I definitely knew that my kart was worse than that from him. As you see here, I overshoot the corner a little. It's not too bad, but a little. And it's the last lap of the race. On this moment in time, I just try to keep the position and not lose any more places. Again, I didn't see the driver behind, and now he's down the inside. I can't close the door and I lose another position. Fall through the field this race. I felt that I drove pretty good. It was not like I messed up a lot of things. Yeah, the hairpins were not my strongest point, but I didn't think I messed it up a lot. So it was a pretty frustrating moment for me on track, as I hoped that some people got off track here, but everybody got through the last corner, and that meant P36, and due to penalties P34 out of the 50 drivers. So, qualification 4, starting off well, but it was my worst qualification of the day, as I missed a lot of apexes and I was still figuring out a lot of things. Driving was just not on point. In this quali, as you see, I missed the apex there by a lot, here by a lot, and then I got a slow exit corner speed, and then the lap is already ruined. So going to the last corner, that one is pretty okay, and that resulted in a P38 out of the 50 drivers, and that's not good enough. Let's see what race 4 can bring. So, race 4 and the last race of that day. As I'm waiting for the flag to come down, and there it is. I get a good initial start, and let's see what I can do until turn 1. As I try to overtake some drivers in front, but it's not really working, so let's see what I can do in turn 1. As I choose the outside, it's definitely not preferable, as I said in earlier races, and there's a driver absolutely ramming through. using other drivers as a barrier, like in the early NASCAR games, where you didn't have to brake for corners but just use the barrier to go faster. Yeah, absolutely insanity. Here I stay in the middle because it's the safest place to be, as I try a cutback, but I'm too early on that and I lose positions. It was my fault, but what is this? Look at what's happening. It's a straight, it's not even a corner, man. Give each other space, as I lose 7 places here and the race is already ruined. You can't make up that many places as I cut back here. Overtake 2 drivers. This is clean racing, this is what you want. Use me as a brake again, and on this point in time I was so mad. I really wanted to send the driver into the barrier over there where the people are standing to watch, but I had to hold myself together as I go through this corner, and this is clean racing. Give each other space, no bumping, as I was happy with the driver on the left. And here I understeer a lot. You see the steering wheels completely turned to the right, but I just understeered. Some karts were pretty good in handling, had a bad acceleration or bad top end speed. This one had a pretty good acceleration, pretty good top end speed, but the handling was so bad. As you see, it turns so slowly before it gets its rotation done. Here I try to tuck into the next group as I'm waiting to catch up with them and to get into slipstream again. So yeah, and that's possible, as you see here. Mistake, and I did that corner correctly, I think. So onto the next corner, as I have the inside, I will definitely send it, and that is exactly what I do. As I make up a place, try to make up the space in front, as that is not a hard task because they are really fighting with each other. And look at this. What is happening here? 4 drivers are not even on the racing line on track. Yeah, it was crazy. Everyone was so toxic, so aggressive, as I have to take avoiding action to not crash into another driver, as safety is the most important. It lost me places, but I can live with that. As you see, multiple going offside there. Yeah, it was like the bumper cars on a fair. Doesn't make any sense at all. As I'm on the outside, I leave space on the inside, but the driver on the right doesn't leave space for me as he understeers into me. And I was already very glad that I got not hit by another driver on that point, as my race was already ruined. Here I got past some drivers that were going off track, like me. They had a little incident, but they were pretty fast, so as you see, they overtook me in a short term. I overtake him back because he's driving the wider line, as he missed his braking point, I think. But they will come back for me, as this kart was, as I said, the handling was so bad. As you see here, I steer in, but it doesn't want to make it to the corner, as I leave even space for another driver, as I would have the apex with another kart. But it's always if, buts and maybes, and that don't count in motorsport. So in this point in time I try to catch up and to stay in position, as I take this corner pretty good, as I say so myself. But as you see, it had so much understeer that all the drivers just cut beneath me, and I was just an easy target to overtake, like I was easy XP. So fast forward to the last lap, as I catched up to a driver that was a lot slower, as I made up ground every lap, and I hope to make a move in the last turn, because then I could gain a place back, and that's what I want to do, as I'm on his bumper going to the inside. He doesn't even see me, and I make the corner, but because I have so much understeer, I slow down so much that even when I'm on the inside and I make a move, I get overtaken on the outside. Yeah, he was very happy with it. I was just mad and just frustrated with how the race went. But yeah, I guess that's motorsport, right? So at the Dutch Racing Series you get a voucher to get some food and drinks. At least this was the case on Kart and Gang, so very helpful. And some funny text I found on the toilet for all the Dutchies and Belgian people that see this video. And it's P41 out of the 50 drivers at the end overall. Not happy with it, but I don't even care with this dirty and toxic driving on track. I couldn't care less. And I want to thank everyone, and especially you, for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment down below about what you think about this kind of driving. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well. Link is in the description. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!